Hello everybody. Welcome to life-changing series, Get Motivated and Achieve a Peaceful Life. And let me tell you, something has been on my mind lately. You know how we're always searching for that big break, that one moment that changes everything. We think about extraordinary lives and we imagine grand gestures and flashing lights. But what if I told you, the real magic, the real key to an extraordinary life lies in something much simpler? What if it's not about the extraordinary moments, but about how we live our ordinary days? That's what we're talking about today, you and me. We're going deep, digging into the heart of why ordinary days shape extraordinary lives. We're going to uncover the beauty, the power, the sheer possibility hidden within the everyday. So buckle up everybody, because this is going to be good. Get ready for some life-changing perspectives. Let's talk about routine. Now I know what you might be thinking. Oprah, routine. That sounds, well, a little boring. But trust me on this one. Routine isn't about being boring. It's about building a foundation. It's about creating a structure for your day that allows you to thrive. Think of it like this. Every extraordinary life is built on a foundation of discipline. And that discipline? It often starts with something as simple as a daily routine. It's about making your bed, having a consistent morning ritual, setting aside time for work and for play. You know, even the most successful people in the world, they swear by their routines. Take Benjamin Franklin, for example. He was a founding father, an inventor, a writer, a diplomat, and so much more. And you know what? He had a strict daily routine that he followed religiously. He believed that having a structured day allowed him to maximize his time and his potential. And look at the extraordinary life he lived. So there's something to be said about the power of a good routine. Now, I'm not saying you have to have every minute of your day planned out. That's not what this is about. It's about finding what works for you, what helps you feel grounded and focused. Maybe it's starting your day with a quiet cup of tea and a good book, or maybe it's going for a run, listening to your favorite music. Whatever it is, find those rituals, those routines that bring you joy and set you up for success. Because those small, consistent actions, they add up over time. They become the building blocks of an extraordinary life. And you know what's amazing? When you have that solid foundation of routine, it frees you up to be more creative, more spontaneous, more present in the moment. Because you're not constantly worrying about the little things. You're free to embrace the big, beautiful messiness of life. So, I want you to think about your own life. What are some small, simple routines that you can incorporate into your day? Maybe it's setting aside 15 minutes each morning to meditate or write in a journal. Or maybe it's committing to cooking a healthy dinner at home a few nights a week. Whatever it is, start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just pick one or two things and commit to them. Be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and remember, it's all about finding your own rhythm, your own flow. Because when you create that structure and that discipline in your life, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. You give yourself the space and the freedom to live an extraordinary life, one ordinary day at a time. We've talked about the power of routine, but now let's talk about the power of small actions. You see, sometimes we get so caught up in waiting for that one big break, that one life-changing moment, that we forget about the power of the small, consistent actions we take every single day. But here's the thing. Those small actions, they matter. They create a ripple effect, spreading outwards and touching every aspect of our lives. Think about it like planting a garden. You don't just throw a bunch of seeds on the ground and expect a beautiful garden to magically appear overnight, do you? No. You cultivate the soil, you plant the seeds, you water them, you nurture them day after day. And slowly but surely, those small, consistent actions yield extraordinary results. The same is true for our lives. Every small action we take, every choice we make, it's like planting a seed. So, What are some small actions you can take today to start creating the life you want? Maybe it's finally starting that blog you've been dreaming about. Maybe it's reaching out to that person you admire and asking for a coffee date. Or maybe it's simply committing to smiling more, to being more present in your interactions with others. Whatever it is, don't underestimate the power of those small, seemingly insignificant actions. Because it's often in those small moments, those seemingly ordinary interactions, that the seeds of something truly extraordinary are sown. Remember, you don't have to climb a mountain or solve world hunger to make a difference. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply show up, be present, and take one small action at a time. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oprah, that's all well and good, but how do I actually make these small actions stick? How do I turn them into habits? Well, I've got a tip for you, and it's all about starting small. Don't try to change everything at once. Instead, pick one tiny habit you want to develop and focus on that. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, or maybe it's taking a 5-minute walk every afternoon. Whatever it is, make it so small that you can't say no to it. And then, here's the key. Link that tiny habit to an existing routine. For example, if you want to start drinking more water, link it to brushing your teeth. Every time you brush your teeth, drink a glass of water. Over time, that tiny habit will become automatic, and you'll have successfully incorporated a new healthy habit into your life. Remember, small actions, big results. Start your own tiny habit revolution today. You know, we often underestimate the power of a simple hello, a kind word, a genuine smile. We rush through our days, heads down, focused on the big things, the to-do lists, the deadlines. But what if I told you that some of the most extraordinary relationships in your life, the ones that will truly make your heart sing, start in the most ordinary ways? Think about it. That barista at your local coffee shop who remembers your order, that friendly face you see on your morning commute, that neighbor who always waves hello. These seemingly small interactions, these threads of connection, they weave the tapestry of our lives. We never know where a simple hello might lead, what doors a kind word might open, what incredible bonds might form from just taking a moment to connect with another human being. And that's the beauty of it all, isn't it? The unknown, the possibility, the potential for something truly extraordinary to blossom from the ordinary. So, I encourage you starting today to open yourself up to these everyday interactions. Look up, smile, say hello. You never know, you might just meet your next best friend, your next business partner, your next soulmate, all because you chose to embrace the power of a simple connection. Now, I've heard countless stories on this very stage about extraordinary friendships that blossom from the most unexpected encounters. And one that always comes to mind is the story of two strangers who met at a dog park. They were both there with their furry companions, both a little lost in their own thoughts, when their dogs, you guessed it, decided to chase each other in circles. And as they watched their dogs frolic, they couldn't help but laugh. That laughter broke the ice, and a conversation began. They talked about their dogs, of course, but also their lives, their dreams, their fears. And in that ordinary setting, surrounded by barking dogs and the smell of freshly cut grass, a beautiful friendship was born. They started meeting at the park regularly, their dogs becoming the best of friends. And they discovered a bond that went far beyond shared walks and doggy treats. They supported each other through thick and thin, celebrated each other's triumphs, and offered a shoulder to lean on during times of need. You see, that's the thing about friendships. They often sneak up on you when you least expect it. They blossom in the most ordinary places, from shared laughter, from a willingness to be open, to connect, to see the human being standing before you. Speaking of unexpected friendships, did you know that one of Hollywood's most iconic duos, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, actually met in the most ordinary of settings? That's right, these two Oscar-winning superstars, their friendship began not on a red carpet or a movie set, but in elementary school. They were just two ordinary kids navigating the ups and downs of childhood in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And can you imagine these two young boys, dreaming big dreams, had no idea the incredible journey that lay ahead of them. They couldn't have known that their shared passion for acting would lead them to Hollywood, to Oscars, to becoming household names. They supported each other's careers, collaborated on iconic films like Good Will Hunting, and navigated the highs and lows of fame side by side. And it all started with two ordinary kids, a shared love, and the magic that happens when we open ourselves up to the possibilities that lie within ordinary interactions. We've talked about routines, small actions, those everyday encounters. But honey, none of it truly sinks in without this reflection. Taking a pause in the midst of it all. It's like, imagine savoring a piece of the most decadent chocolate cake. You wouldn't just gulp it down, right? You take a moment to appreciate the aroma, the texture, the richness melting on your tongue. That's what reflection is for the soul. It's about hitting pause on the autopilot of life and truly experiencing the present moment. Because those ordinary moments, they hold a quiet power when we allow ourselves to see them. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oprah, where do I find time for all this reflecting? And trust me, I get it. Life gets busy. But that's the beauty of mindfulness. It doesn't have to be this big, elaborate thing. It can be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths before you start your day. Or, one of my favorites, just looking at your loved ones when they're talking, really seeing them. Or really paying attention to the taste of your morning coffee. These little moments of presence, they add up. Because here's the thing about reflection, it gives us this incredible gift, perspective. When we take the time to look back on our day, on our week, we start to see the patterns. We see what's working, what's not serving us. We start to understand ourselves better, our reactions, our joys. And that, my friends, is a recipe for growth. Because how can we possibly create extraordinary lives if we aren't even aware of what makes up our ordinary days? Reflection, it's the key. Now let's talk about gratitude. That feeling of deep appreciation, of counting our blessings. It's easy to be grateful for the big things, the promotions, the vacations, those pinch-me moments. But what about being thankful for the ordinary? The fact that we woke up this morning, that we have food on our table, that we have people who love us. You see, gratitude isn't about waiting for the extraordinary to happen. It's about choosing to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. It's about shifting our perspective, about recognizing the abundance that already surrounds us. And the beautiful thing about gratitude is, it's so simple to practice. Start a gratitude journal. Before you go to sleep each night, jot down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be as simple as the sunshine warming your face, a good hair day, or a heartfelt conversation with a friend. The more you focus on what you're grateful for, the more you'll start to notice even more things to be grateful for. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And did you know that gratitude is scientifically proven to boost our happiness and well-being? It's true. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress, improved sleep, and even stronger immune systems. So not only does gratitude make us feel good, but it's actually good for us. It's like a vitamin for the soul. So tonight, before you close your eyes, take a moment to count your blessings. Embrace the power of gratitude and watch how it transforms your life. You see, my friends, it's the ordinary days, the everyday moments, that truly shape our lives. It's in the routine, the small acts of kindness, the quiet reflections, and the heartfelt gratitude that we find true meaning and purpose. So embrace the mundane, cherish the small moments, and watch in awe as they weave together to create the extraordinary tapestry of your life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing perspectives.